Welcome back, everybody, to the Meeple Marathon. And as I promised in my last Kickstarter preview video, I would highlight Kingdom Rush Elemental Uprising once it officially hit Gamefound, and you can back it officially. So that did happen earlier this afternoon, and we are already like on the third stretch goal. So I think it took about 45 minutes for them to reach their funding goal. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. So you can see the goal was $50,000. We're already at 148. We are on the 2 stretch goals in, and the next one is the Phoenix Hero, which is going to be added to the kind of stretch goals box. So well on our way to unlocking lots of content here. Just some various quotes that they've added from various people. And a lot of this stuff we've already seen, but this is kind of a new shot here of overall what you're getting. It shows how the Leviathan is going to kind of be appearing on the map. But basically, as a standalone expansion, remember that you don't need the base game. So for some of you who may be thinking, oh, I liked what I saw, but I was a little weary, I'm hoping that Elemental Uprising will fix some of those mistakes, and this will be the better entry point into the series. Because basically everything, map tiles and towers and all that stuff, you're going to see in Elemental Uprising. So you don't need Rift in Time. Here are the 5 main heroes and the main boss, and they've actually already announced the other main boss. At least there will be at least 2 for Elemental Uprising. We'll see that here in a second. So here's the box. And we already kind of saw these guys, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them. Bruxa, Deirdre, Elora, and Saitam. And we already saw a few of the new elements. So Magic Blossoms, we already saw. Environmental hazards, this is new. So volcanoes, which can erupt. I don't know if that's random or what, but it's a environmental element that's just added as a tile. And then we already saw the magma elementals with the tough status. And so you also have things like Hobgoblin Chiefs. These guys are what they are calling mini bosses. So here you can see at the bottom special mini boss abilities. So if you look here on the card, this skull and this skull and this skull, if left uncovered, he will react based on his mini boss reference card, either react period because there's any skull showing, or depending on how many skulls are showing, he may react differently. They don't give us an example of that mini boss card, but that again is just a unique element added to the game. Shields, we already talked about shields in the last video. So basically, like, this side of the board cannot have magic entering from this direction. So if you want to attack with magic, you need to be over here, or you need to be over here. And so, like I said, this is a standalone. It's not really considered an expansion. They're calling it a follow-up to Rift in Time. So what you're going to get is a whole new set of towers and a whole new set of damaged polyominoes, but the polyominoes are going to look slightly different. So I have heard some people say, well, I don't want to back the expansion if it's standalone because I don't need a whole bunch of the same resources again. Well, they're not exactly the same. You're at least not going to be handed overabundance amount of, polyomino tiles that you got in the main game, the base game, but you are going to get, more artillery tiles. They're just going to look a little differently. But here they're basically just giving you an example of, what the different towers can give you. For example, this one, let's see, this one they don't really talk about, but this one like explodes in various ways. Or the marksman towers have this green symbol here that allows you to kind of split up your power. So you can either reduce it down to a 2x1 and have it go anywhere, or a 3x1 and have it be, adjacent to you in those specific directions. The soldier barracks cards. The soldiers eventually will have throwing knives and daggers that they can fight with. So, you can see here that these can basically be placed on anywhere and then thrown adjacently. And the Mage Knights, really the only thing they are concentrating on with the Mage Towers is that you can add 2 upgrade stickers. Now, let's talk a little bit more about those upgrade stickers. So, they, I guess, are definitely trying to assuage people's concerns about stickers being used, because they do talk here about how they are manufactured. So how do reusable stickers work? Well, they're not actually stickers. They're what they're calling microsuction cups, or microsuction cup technology. So essentially, you're not going to lose the glue residue, or there's not going to be any residue. You're not going to lose the stickiness of the glue. It's not a Klingon type of thing, so it's always going to have its power. Whether or not it can get dirty or not, that'll be a good question. But they're saying here they're rigorously playtesting the microsuction cup stickers to ensure that they receive the best quality. And if you are a Kickstarter backer, you're going to receive double sets of stickers. So if you play your game excessively and you just wear them out, you have a backup set. So that is, I will definitely want to see these in action. Hopefully one of the updates will include, an actual showing off of these stickers in person, because I'll be very interested to see how they work and how they plan on having them hold up over time. So here they are basically just talking about how everything is cross-compatible. So if you have all the content from Rift in Time, all the heroes can be played on the Elemental Rising boards and vice versa. So again, more than likely, I'll probably just keep my heroes with Rift in Time and keep my Elemental heroes with Uprising. But for those of you that play the game a lot, you may appreciate this cross-compatibility here. Maybe you want to mix a few of the guys together. So this is basically just talking about language additions. And here are the pledge levels. So the deluxe edition, which is essentially what the King's Pledge was, is getting you the standalone Elemental Uprising box, main box. Then the stretch goal box, here is this blue box in the background. And then the deluxe features are going to be the game trays. Now, whether or not they're just going to say they're going to include that content in the main box, I'm not sure, and or the stretch goal box. It's interesting that they have included it as its own third box. But that's essentially what the deluxe is getting you. It's also going to get you the plastic miniature versions of the soldiers instead of the meeples. The retail edition, which is running for $60, is just getting you the stretch goals and the main box. So you can see down here as an add-on, you can go ahead and back the kind of everything all-in pledge. This one, instead of being the King's Pledge, includes the battle chest by Game Trays, and this is basically all the content but updated with the game trays. Here is the base game with no game trays, the 2 standalone expansions, and the Kickstarter stretch goal expansion, Spider Goddess. This is if you pledged at the King level and want to simply upgrade your storage solution, you either want to go with the Emperor chest here as an add-on or the recrafted deluxe upgrade for Rift in Time. So they're giving you a $15 credit at least, and for this purchase of this, if you purchase the King's Pledge. So essentially, if you decide to go with the Emperor chest, you're getting the all-in-one box for $15, and then they're giving you the money that it costs for the content. So if you get the Emperor chest, it comes with all the game trays inside, but for the most part, then it's just a big empty box with game trays. Or if you don't care about the giant box, you can simply get the game trays upgrades here. If this is the only thing you pledge, you will get it for free as long as you are a returning backer. Here you can get the 3D towers, a token upgrade, and the soldier miniatures versus the meeples. They have already stated in one of their updates that they will be as an add-on in the pledge manager, We'll be adding in the red heart tokens and the few upgraded cards that needed errata. For anyone who pledged on the first level, you'll be able to get that for free, but they said they could not put something in for free into Gamefound. So you won't see that here, but that will be available once the Pledge Manager launches. So here you can see the stretch goals that have already unlocked. We've already unlocked the Phoenix Hero board and action card. And then here is the miniature. And then up next, we're getting very close here, is the special ability tiles. And then here is kind of a bigger, grander look at what all is involved with these overall stretch goals. So this is all for the Phoenix Hero, which will be the first hero that'll be added to the More Than Shadows expansion, that blue box in the background. So we're going to be looking at getting his Polyomino sets, his hero trays, 2 additional Horde cards that are going to be added in. The Phoenix Hero ability Ring of Fire plus Tower Mod stickers, and then 2 unique scenarios, which are going to be coming with this guy. And then Iron Challenges, ability Purification. So all this stuff is centered around the Phoenix Hero. So this will probably get us to like 250 at least, if not 300 some odd. Okay. What else? Here's a closer look at what is coming in the core box. So you can see basically 4 large tiles, 8 doubles, 6 triples, and 4 singles, all double-sided. You're getting a lot more environmental elements in this one. So the Murky Pond, the Fault Line, the Lava Pool, the Magic Blossoms, and this Cyclone here. Totem tokens, event tokens, gold color markers, which you can tell they've just kind of updated these to just a nicer looking. And then your hearts, crystals, spawn tokens, exit tiles, all this stuff you need. Here is a shot of the Polyomino tiles, which are essentially the same thing, but have a different look. The magic is very close. This is pretty much what the magic symbol looked like beforehand, but the archery ones, the range ones, were green, and the artillery ones were bright red, and so these will definitely be distinguishable. And I honestly don't think there was anything like this in the, there was no throwing knives and these two. So these 2 sets right here are brand new for this box. Here are the stickers that I guess are going to be standard, but as we saw, people like the Phoenix Hero are going to bring additional stickers with them. New game horde trays, which are going to be in green. Building site locations look to be exactly the same. Here are Night Meeples. I'm assuming that at some point they will unlock miniatures for these guys as part of the deluxe upgrade. And here's a look at all of the various towers. You can kind of see, you can certainly see pretty much what the level 4 towers are going to be offering you, at least one of them. So, like I'm not quite sure what this symbol is. Otherwise, this one's only giving me a soldier meeple and a single to put anywhere. So like this symbol in the middle must mean something. But here, there are the tower cards. And again, a whole bunch more horde cards. You can see some are only offering coins, some are only offering gems, and some are offering a choice, either or. Now these cards here that look like portal cards are not portal cards. They actually got rid of portal. Rift in Time is the only version of the game that will have portals. Some of you may be rejoicing. What they have done now is giving you scenario-specific goals that there might be 1, 2, or 3 that you have to meet in order to defeat that particular scenario. So that's what these purple cards are. They'll come out, they'll tell you what your goals are at that particular time, and then you'll draw another horde card. So as I'm sure they'll continue telling you how to stack these at the various spawn points, but these scenario 1, A, B, C, D will kind of inform you how the game's going. Helper cards, mini boss reference cards, again another progress map with stickers, 2 books, rule book and scenario book. Here's a closer look at the heroes again. For the most part, these are pretty standard. As you can see, Ulrich here is going to come with 2 of his own little sand enemies. Not enemies, sand minions, similar to the cat in the base or in the first game, but everybody kind of seems to have something a little bit special going on, unique to them. I guess Deirdre really doesn't, nor does Alora Windsong. Let's see if Satam has anything different. No. Okay, so it's really just those first two. Here's the Leviathan, all the standard stuff that comes with the boss, and here is the other boss miniature that they have already announced, the Ella Menace, which is like this four-headed Hydra-like character. I'm not really sure how to discuss it, but they have a nice little feature here that gives you a 3D rendering as it spins around, so that should be a really cool miniature there. They're supposed to going to be about 80 millimeters tall, so roughly 3 times the size of like the hero miniatures. And then they're going to go into more detail here on how to play the game. I'm not going to cover this because you can, view this stuff on many channels, playthroughs, things like that, or you can come watch these little videos yourself. And then a whole bunch of videos, preview videos. So I watched a few of these, and for the most part, most of them are either just very overview preview videos, or if you go through like what's probably an introductory scenario, first couple rounds with those first 2 heroes. There are even some, if you get down here, in French, I believe. Most of them are in English. There's a French one, there's another French one, and I think that one's Polish maybe. Some articles you can read, and the rest of this is pretty much just your standard fluff at the bottom. Join this, yada yada. Here's notes about shipping. So if you are USAA, you're looking at single wave or split wave. So $10 to $55. I guess if you got everything, it'd be $55. So all of the content from the first Kickstarter, all the content from the second Kickstarter. Zone 6, APO, USA, Alaska, Hawaii. Ooh, $160 just to ship the thing. Anyways, the rest of this stuff I'm not going to cover, but keep an eye out for more videos like this where we just kind of highlight stuff that's been unlocked. We'll probably wait at least a few days, if not a week, before we come back here.
Salut à tous, aujourd'hui je suis ravi de vous retrouver pour parler de Kingdom Rush Elemental Uprising, un jeu de tower defense.
There we go. We will probably wait a little while to have lots of stretch goals unlocked, and we'll also try and get some gameplay videos up of me going through the Spider Goddess expansion, and possibly I will reveal the kind of variant way to play that I've been working on that, in my opinion, feels a little bit more like the actual playing the app. So keep an eye out for that. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content like this in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.